Hi, this is Soul Nirvana Spirituality, and I am going to be doing a collective reading today for the Lionsgate portal, which is on Monday, 8/8. Um, we're already feeling some of the effects of this. Um, some people might be like me, highly sensitive, intuitive, psychic type people. Um, a lot of times feel exhausted by this energy. Because what it does is it trudges up a lot of stuff within us, and we get all these different messages. And if you've been on a healing journey, an ascension journey, spiritual journey of any kind, you might feel a little exhausted by this energy. For the rest of you, you might feel like that. You might get irritated. You might feel moody or depressed or have some anxiety about things. This is all natural because the energy coming from this portal is so intense. There's many different descriptions of what it is online, so be very careful and use your better judgment if you're going to research it. It took me a few years to really understand, and this was years ago, what it was. But we're going to start off with the Light Seers deck, and we're just going to shuffle and go. And we'll do some oracle cards later. So I want you to take a deep breath with me now. Relax. Relax your body, relax your mind. And we are going to see what messages want to come through for us today. We're going to ask the angels and the spirit guides and divine intervention to come in to give us some messages, just collective messages. So angel spirit guides, please help to see what we can get from messages for the collective. And I suggest you take it how it resonates. So if something doesn't resonate or fit with you, or it doesn't seem like it's relevant in your life, don't just put it in there, because a lot of times what I see, and a lot of my clients too, not a lot, but I'm going to say some of my clients that go to other readers and get different readings from different readers or psychics or mediums, they get so confused by all the messages that they get. And a lot of times, one message from one reader may contradict completely what another tarot reader says. So if you feel comfortable accepting the message, you feel like it's relevant in your life, that's when you take the message and you take the advice from the message, or you take that. But everything can change. We all have free will. We all have our paths that we follow through life. So that being said, we're going to start with the reading. And we're just going to pull cards. So let's see. I think you can see them a little bit. In a different room today, because I just wanted to get comfortable. Because like I said, this Lionsgate energy exhausts me. So the best thing for me to do in my daily practice before I get on readings with anybody, over the telephone or chat readings or in person, is to meditate. So I just finished that. We've cleansed the energy in here, and we're going to start with these portal messages. So the first one I have is the Eight of Cups. So you may have walked away from something recently. or you feel like somebody walked away from you for some reason. Um, Whatever it was that you walked away from, I get that you felt like you were getting nowhere in the situation, or it was no longer serving you in some way. So you decided to move on. Now, this would have been past energy the last 2 to 3 months. Next card we have is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man indicates taking a pause. And thinking about things, thinking about your life, your path, maybe your journey. And you finally started to see the light. Maybe that's why you walked away. It could have been very well why you walked away in whatever situation this was. So let's keep going. And this is going to be past energy. So we're going to do 7 cards for past, 7 cards for present, and 7 cards for future. Next card we have is the Page of Pentacles. So you may have been offered a small monetary offer in some way. It could have been financial with the Pentacles. It also could have been some kind of a relationship offer, or you expected this to come. Maybe you were getting small things from a person. In other words, it wasn't any large step, it wasn't any commitment, it wasn't any relationship or anything. This could be a friendship, this could be a family member, this could be a boss, but you weren't getting what you deserved, let's put it that way. Right, because you didn't know how to move in a situation because you weren't getting clarity. You were not getting clarity for whatever reason. And you had all these other people, which are messages, or all these different messages coming into you. So you didn't know which way to turn. You know, maybe people that were sticking their nose in where it didn't belong. And this happens a lot, and I don't mean to sound harsh when I say this, because I say this often. A lot of times we have friends and family members that they want what's best for us, or what they think, what their interpretation is best for us. Sometimes it is, you know, who we deal with, whether we are close to them or not. They might not like the person that we're involved in. They might not like our job. They might not like our friends. But 90% of the time, when somebody is interfering in something that's not their business, whether they're family or friends or whatever, 90% of the time it's for their own selfish gain and purposes. And it's, you know, selfish could be they're afraid that you're not going to see them anymore. Selfish could be money. It could be you're not going to give to them anymore. Selfish could be a romantic partner or marriage or a relationship that's not working out anymore. So that person knows that you're not going to be in their life. They're not going to benefit from that relationship anymore. So they give you advice or talk you out of things in order to protect their interests, to gain what they want out of the situation, in disregard to what makes you happy. And honestly, if you're in a relationship like that, and I have been in them before, most of the relationships I've been with and with people in my life, whether it be friends, marriage, which I was married for 28 years, I am no longer married, dating before I was married and dating briefly after I was married. After I got divorced, I should say. Um, most of the people that disagree with something that's going to make you happy, unless it's something completely illogical, and even then, it's really none of their business, is for their own gain or to protect their interests in some way. They resent maybe another person, a job, friends, travel, whatever you're doing. So be very careful of that energy. It's okay to take advice, and some people give very good advice, but you can usually tell when it's manipulative advice. But I'll tell you what, a lot of people are very good actors and actresses. And they can come up with crocodile tears or genuine tears because they're hurt that you're moving on in some way, or they think that you're not going to spend any time with them anymore, or they think they're going to lose you forever because you're just making a simple decision about something in your life. It could be a major decision, it could be a minor decision. But you know whose life it is? It's your life. It's not theirs. It's your life. Then we have the King of Cups in reverse. This could have had something to do with this person. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Male energy, doesn't have to be either one of those. However, it's in reverse. So this is somebody that can't handle dealing with their emotions. So they're either, because they can't handle dealing with their emotions, or they can't conduct themselves correctly in some way, as far as in a relationship, or if they, instead of explaining that to you, they run. And they may act like non-committal or like they don't want anything, because they never healed that part of themselves. And it doesn't have to be a romantic situation. But I kind of get that with the King of Cups. So just take the messages how they come. So a lot of times with that energy, and I gotta move here because my foot's falling asleep. You know, what I get is somebody that might have been in some kind of a situation, romantic, or they might have been dating somebody, or they might have been friends with somebody that they knew that there was more there, but one person in the situation can't handle it for whatever reason. You know, they just, because of their own belief system. And they don't see the other person's point of view. So they run. They go from relationship to relationship, or from interest to interest, or from fling to fling, because they are afraid to be in love with one specific person. Now that's fine and dandy. But if that's not what the other person wants, don't force them to be in some kind of connection with you. Because that other person, if that's what they want, they should be able to find that within somebody else, within a different relationship. And not have to worry about that. But, you know, a lot of times with the King of Cups too, they're the ones that have the cake and eat it too. That type of energy, they want to have their cake and eat it too. Or, you know, they, you know, act like they love all these different people. But it's phony. It's a phony. It comes off as a phony persona, if it's genuine or not. Because the phoniness comes off because that person can't even be genuine with themselves. Because we all come here on earth and we want love. And yes, you can get love from multiple sources. But if you're intimate and it's a romantic situation that you're in, You could get diseases from a lot of sources too. And possibly from this King of Cups in reverse. I'm not sure exactly where that came from, but we'll just go with it. So then we have the Hierophant in reverse. So somebody has to go through a spiritual awakening and they're refusing to do so. They might like that toxic lifestyle, that fast lifestyle that, you know, is kind of shallow, emotionally, mentally, and physically shallow. And, you know, you can live in the now. Well, you can live in the now and have purpose, or you can live in the now and just waste your time and energy on things that aren't fulfilling in life. It's up to you. Then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. This is a player energy. This is the player of energy of the deck. So there might be two men involved, and maybe you're a female that just hasn't had any luck. And these people are just flaky as hell. You know, or you're just not getting what you want. Or this could be you, that you were just in that energy. Just wanting to, you know, take the fast track through life. But unfortunately, what happens a lot of times with that is when you hurt others, even if you don't really mean it, but in some way it feeds your ego, or you just like the attention and you don't really mean to hurt anybody, inadvertently you're hurting them, and inadvertently you're gonna receive your karma. Might not be major league, but you're gonna notice that it's gonna happen to you, because when you go out and hurt others, it comes back. Whether you believe in it or not, it's the law of the universe. So let's do the present energy. We have the Four of Cups. So presently you might just feel dissatisfied emotionally. You're looking again at these 3 cups in the past. This could have been 3 relationships. And they're empty. They're empty cups, which means they were seriously lacking in love or emotion. But on this side, I don't know if you can see it or not, on this side, there's a full cup, and there's a hand offering her this beautiful cup of magic, of love. But she's not looking in that direction. She's looking towards the past. And when you look at the past and you can't heal from that, you miss opportunities. You block your own blessings. We're going to move this camera a little bit so you can see all the cards. See if we can do that a little. Here we go. So we'll just put this on top of there so you can see. Next card is the King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy with the Lionsgate portals, very prevalent. See the lion and the flame, the torch he's holding. And this is usually Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Doesn't have to be. I get strong Leo vibes from this card. And maybe they were the Knight of Wands in reverse in the past, but they're coming in as the king now. They might have tattoos and some kind of facial hair also. But it's male or female energy. It all resonates. I hope the female doesn't have facial hair. That's all I'm saying. And then we have the Chariot. So a road opener, the yin and the yang with the dark and the light horse, the dark and the light energies. And all this magic. You see that up in the sky? So this is like a road opener that's coming in presently. And also travel I get from this card. Fast travel. Things happening faster than you expected them to. Because I feel like you've been waiting forever for whatever this is coming in. And then we have the Nine of Wands. So you're holding on. You're carrying a torch for something. You still have that torch lit for something or somebody in your life. Could be the King of Wands. And then we have the Two of Wands, which is looking out towards the future, planning ahead. See all that orange in this picture with the Kundalini energy? I get strong from that. And then we have Strength in reverse. So somebody's been very weak in a situation. They might go from one extreme to another. But they might have addictions. They might be weak-minded, weak with their addictions, always looking to have a good time, not having the strength to follow through, is what I get on that one. And then finally, for the present, we have the Sun card in reverse. So the Sun card upright is the ultimate happiness. In reverse, it means, that you might not have all your wishes fulfilled. You're still holding out for this one thing that you're not getting. So you might be partially happy, but there might be overindulgences in certain things. That could be overspending, over drinking, just, overindulgent, living the party life, but not, there has to be balance in whatever you do. Let's put it that way. Has to be balanced. So let's see, future energy or Lionsgate portal energy. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Wands upright is this beautiful, creative, passionate, sexy woman. But in reverse, she also carries that player energy with her, or whatever you want to call it. Usually, she can be sexually promiscuous. She's the type that will get into an affair with somebody and not care about, if the person's married or has a spouse or a girlfriend, or they just don't care. They're the drama starters. They're the narcissist females. Doesn't have to be female energy, but that's what the card indicates. And just, very dramatic and toxic and jealous and envious. So they have to basically outshine everybody else, or try to. And in that process, they just get more miserable and more miserable as they get older. They'll copy you, they'll copy your style, they'll go after the people that you're involved with, stuff like that. I've had a few friends like that. And one was a best friend. And let me just tell you what. Not as much going after people, but a little bit. Just being jealous and wanting to. It was a competition. Everything was a competition. And I had to let that go after so many years, Everything was a competition. And she literally told me she was envious of me. And it's too bad, because I really thought she was one of my, like a relative. And we were friends for decades. We traveled together, we spent holidays together, but it's what it is. But that's the kind of energy. I got a flash of her face. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. That just very jealous energy. Very jealous and cantankerous type person. Typical Karen in the store. When you have to deal with the Karen in the store or wherever. That's the kind of energy you get. She's got to be in everybody else's business. And it's either she's first or nobody is. If she doesn't have a good time, nobody has a good time, because she will make it miserable for everybody else. So this might be you. This might, I don't think it's you. I feel like it's somebody that you've had to deal with. Or maybe this is a third party in a romantic situation. Or somebody, also is what I get, that this King of Wands upright has to deal with. That he might not be able to shake that easy. But there is an ending of some sorts. I feel like it's with this Queen of Wands. So you're either ending a friendship with this person and feeling some grief, Or you've ended it with this King of Wands and you're feeling some grief. But it's the ending to a cycle. And, if these people were acting against you or causing you problems, good riddance, bad rubbish, because you don't need that kind of stuff in your life. You just don't. And if somebody drew you into the situation without you knowing, shame on them. Then they're deceitful, and it's a deceitful, lying energy. But then we have the Emperor, which is the King of Kings. And the Emperor energy is usually a very strong male energy. Doesn't have to be. Could be whatever. Take it how it resonates. But they are observing the situation because they're wanting to come in some way. And they're very strategic. You see this chess piece, this gigantic chess piece they have? So they know the game, they know how to play it. They can teach you how. One of those type of people. And then we have the World, which is also the ending of a cycle, but it's everything that you want. It's the highest card in the tarot. And I feel like this Emperor is going to come in, excuse me, and offer you the world. And since I said that, I just want to say thanks, because a lot of times you might hear me cough when I'm talking a lot or in my readings. I had a surgery to my neck when I was in my 20s. And they removed my thyroid. I was very, very ill. And since then, as I've gotten older, even taking care of my health, a lot of times we develop scar tissue. And that's why my voice is deep. My voice used to be on the higher pitch before. But sometimes my voice is deep and hoarse. It's because I have a lot of scar tissue. And after talking a while, my throat gets very tired. I used to sing beautifully, like a nightingale. And I can still sing, but I can't hit the notes that I used to be able to hit before I had the surgery done. And it's been over 30 plus years since I've had the surgery done. But as I've gotten older, it also, I've gotten a little bit more scar tissue. And I don't really know, I've discussed it with my doctor, I don't know if they can remove that scar tissue. I mean, I think it's only if it's necessary type thing. So if you hear me cough, that's why. And we'll move on now. So the next card is the Eight of Swords in reverse. So you're setting yourself free of things that you felt bound to. And maybe this Emperor is going to help you out with the situation. Because the Eight of Swords upright is not knowing how to move in a situation, feeling bound to a situation. But you're setting yourself free. You're loosening those ties, or those invisible ties. Then we have the Knight of Swords upright. So some kind of fast communication, possibly from a male, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be, coming in. They want to talk to you. Sword cards upright are truth. So there is some kind of truth that they want to talk to you about. And it's over the Strength in reverse card, which was weakness. So, or, and the unbinding of a situation. So it might have something to do with one of those things. And then finally we have Judgment. So this is the ultimate karma card. But either good or bad karma, do you see that shadow, that beautiful light shadow coming out of her? That she's releasing, she's freeing herself from the situation because her karmic debt has been paid. But some karma is good karma, because karma is actually a neutral thing. So some karma is good and some karma is bad. It depends on what you've done to earn the type of karma that you're receiving. And if you do wrong to people, you hurt people, you're deceitful, you lie, you string people along, you steal, you cheat in any way, whether it's financially, emotionally, physically, in a relationship, in a marriage, in a friendship, any way that you treat somebody like that, you are not going to receive the best karma. But if you intentionally go and say, and this is kind of my mantra in life, is I just mind my own business unless somebody needs to, you know, needs my help. Of course, I offer it to people that I'm close with if they need it. But if somebody needs my help that bad, I will try to help them. But if they're going to take advantage of me in any way, they get dropped. They get cut. If they go and hurt me in any way, whether it's intentionally or non-intentionally, because if it's non-intentional, they're going to have the decency to apologize to me. Just like I would to them if I thought that I hurt them in some way. And here's my cat. That's Kit Kat. She's an old lady. She wants to put her 2 cents in. But karma, and then good karma is the same thing. When you go out and you show people love, and you show people that you care about them in some way, yes. Sorry. What? What is it you want, little girl? What? I am doing a reading. I will tend to you in a few minutes. Okay, baby? So, with good karma, it's the same thing. And, it's not, sometimes it's instant, sometimes it's 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road. It just depends on what you do. And you don't wish anybody bad karma. That's not up to you. And when you do that, and you wish somebody badly, or you wish somebody hurt or pain, you're literally sending that back to yourself. When you laugh at somebody else's downfall, even if they've been miserable to you, you are going to receive that back. All right, you're going to have to get out of my way. Come on. Sorry. Okay, so now we're going to do some oracle cards. So I feel like you're going to receive some karma. I feel like it's good karma for the general collective. I do feel like, the people that might have done you dirty, they're definitely going to feel this karma, especially during the Lionsgate portal. And it's not going to be pretty. So we're going to shuffle some mystical Kipper cards and see. We'll pull 5 of them. One more shuffle. All right, so we have house. There might be a situation that involves a house, either your house or somebody else's. Or somebody might have a situation like maybe having to move, leave a home, buy a new home, or they're moving into a new home. And then we have rich, good gentlemen. So maybe they are involved. Maybe it's that Emperor energy we were getting from the tarot with this house situation. We get a short illness, so you might feel a little out of sorts. I get, the biggest thing I get is like maybe a minor headache or feeling a little tired or sleepy or, I don't get a heavy duty thing with that at all. You might have a little bit of a tummy ache or something like that. Then we have high honors. And then we have court person. So there might be court involved or some kind of legal matters in regards to a house and a rich, good gentleman. So take that how it resonates. Let's see. We'll do a spirit animal. And then we'll finish it off with an angel answer. Oh, flying all over the table. We have the koi fish spirit. There is always enough. 36 might be important to you in some way. So if you know, a lot of times when you're feeling kind of down and stuff, you're in a lack mentality. And I feel like, there's always enough. There's enough for everybody. There's enough to go around, whether it's money, people, love, sex, happiness. You make your own happiness. So never feel like there's not enough. Never feel in a state of lack, because what that does is that brings more lack to you. Let's do an earth magic. And we have the dragonfly, emergence. So yeah, I feel like something is going to come about through this Lionsgate portal. It's going to just put you in a happier energy. You might get help. Maybe you'll get a house, or you'll move to a new home. Something beautiful like that. But there's a miracle that's about to happen. You just have to get yourself into that receiving energy and not in a state of lack. That's how you manifest. And when you write things down, if you're writing down, I want this, I want that, you're writing that in a state of lack. And another thing I want to say when manifesting is, a lot of times I get a lot of relationship questions, and if there's some kind of a third party involved, well, what's he doing? The questions will be, well, what's he doing with the third party? And I'll answer it, but when it comes up 7 or 8 times in one reading, why are you so concerned about that? You're going to act like that other person doesn't exist. Because the more you pay attention to what they're doing or wonder, the more it's giving them power. So stop obsessing over things and people and third parties and what other people are doing. Stay in your lane, mind your own business, do what you have to do, put the work into your life and yourself. And if you can do those things, you will see a transformation. And sometimes it takes a while, but you will reap so much success from that. So let's do the final card, Angel Answer. So what do the angels want to tell you? This Lionsgate portal. You're ready. So you're ready for whatever this is. So even with my silly advice and stuff like that, or not so silly advice, know that you're ready. You're ready for this transformation. You're ready for this ending of a cycle, so you can begin fresh, possibly with this Emperor energy coming into your life. And I feel like You are so powerful right now. And the energy is so powerful. So expect miracles. Expect cycles closing out for you. And then miracles to follow with wish fulfillment. And it doesn't get any better than that, I don't think. So I want to send you love and blessings. Have a wonderful week in a wonderful Lionsgate portal. Namaste.